You're tuned in to Travel Pro TV, sponsored by World Travel Inc. and their preferred suppliers. Host Connie Wallace and guests discuss everything travel from local to global. Now, here's Connie and today's guest.
Your host, Connie Wallace, and our guest today is from Celebrity Cruises, and she is Mary Veritas, who is a field sales manager. Thank you for being here, Mary. Welcome.
Happy to be here, Connie. Thank you.
I'm excited to hear all about Celebrity Cruises and have our guests, our viewers, hear all about it as well. So tell us about the history about Celebrity Cruises. Where did they come from? When did they start?
So, you know, it's interesting. The Chandris family, which actually were the creator of Celebrity in 1989, 1990, that's where the X comes from in our logo, because Chi in the Greek alphabet is an X. So they started in 1990, and since then we were acquired by Royal Caribbean Group, but we are totally a different company than Royal Caribbean. I just wanted to point that out because sometimes people lump us together.
Right.
Two totally different fleets, two totally different experiences. So we have been going strong since 1990 with lots of changes and all good things coming from the helm. So,
how has Celebrity evolved over the years?
I think that we really figured out who our target audience is rather than a mass market. We know that it's that luxury person that really wants the stylish ships that are innovative and not just, like I said, mass market. They want to know that they fit in for the vacation that they're actually paying for. So they totally are satisfied when they choose our brand.
And what, besides those things that you just mentioned, what is it about Celebrity Cruises that sets them apart from all the other cruise lines? Because we know that there are 59 cruise lines now, so a lot out there.
I have to think that it's our forward thinking. We were the first ones to go all-inclusive, just so you know.
Oh,
and all the other cruise lines followed suit with that. The stylish design of the ships, I think, are, if it's not the magic carpet, which is on the outside of our ships that goes all the way up and down the ship, serves as a launch, always thinking, forward thinking. I think that's really what makes us stand alone. We're innovative with our technology as well, with the app that's interactive on all the ships, but our pillars are most important. It would be our food, service, and our experience on board.
So the innovation, the fact that you're very progressive. Tell us about your fleet. How many ships do you have now?
Oh my gosh, so counting our new baby, we have a new baby.
There's a new baby?
I'm having a baby. Yeah, in November, the Excel, which is our 5th ship in our Edge class series. But we usually have 4 to 5 ships in a class, but they are giving us an extra ship. So we're going to have 6. So right now we have 15. So that includes our Edge class, which is our newest class, our Solstice class, and then which is a really elegant class. And then we have our Millennium class, which is 4 ships, very classic, but they've all been revitalized inside to really keep them up to par with our brand. And then I have to, without missing it, is our Flora, which is in the Galapagos Islands, which is totally built for the Galapagos Islands. So it's a wonderful ship, all suites, 100 passengers. So 15 in total.
Tell me about that, because I wasn't familiar with that ship at all. The name of it again is the Flora?
Flora.
And it's only 100 passengers.
Yes, all
and
suites.
It's purpose-built for the Galapagos.
It was. For example, the paint that's used on the hull is so it glides through the water better, so it's more energy efficient. It doesn't have an anchor system. It hovers, so it doesn't destroy the marine life.
Wow.
So no paper. They don't like paper, so it's very, very amazing. It's an amazing experience in the Galapagos Islands.
Well, that's news even to me. So would you
Yes.
say that's your most innovative ship? Or is that the baby, the new baby?
I want to say it's 100 passengers, right? So it's not an ocean cruise liner
Right.
like we're used to with 2,800 passengers, 3,500 passengers. I think that it's just different and it's suited well for that destination. So I would say innovative, yes, for that destination.
Wow, interesting. So what signature onboard experience and ship designs can travelers look forward to besides what we've already just touched on?
Well, I mentioned the magic carpet. which
Tell
is
us
really,
about that.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So it's actually the size of a tennis court, if you would imagine that. Holds about 90 people, but it serves for many different purposes. So it serves as a launch for people to get on and off the ship. They'll do different experiences there. If it's not like a whiskey tasting or something else. And imagine this, you're in Santorini, Greece, and you're having dinner on the edge out there, just overlooking this beautiful scenery. So it does serve many things. It is orange, which is kind of our signature color right now. Why it's orange,
I'm glad
I do
you
not
wore that.
know. I do
and
not.
you match
have
our
it.
background perfectly.
I do? Oh,
I know you probably
wonderful.
can't see it yourself, but you
I
can
love
catch
it.
a glimpse
I
a little
love
bit
it.
later.
Yes.
All right. So what signature onboard experiences and ship designs, we just talked about that, about the flora and about the magic carpet. But in addition to that, how does Celebrity incorporate sustainability and environmentally conscious practices into the experiences?
Well, I feel like it all started with the Galapagos, right? So that ship alone has a lot of sustainability. I want to say that we are really actively committed to this zero emissions. So that first ship is supposed to come out in 2035, because that was a big thing with the environment. So by 2050, we want to be zero emissions throughout our fleet. That's important. We have solar panels. We're always reducing waste. We're trying to do one-use plastic. So we're really trying to get away from all the paper plastic. But it's a little bit of a task for us to do that. So with our trash system and everything else, so we try and figure out more efficient
ways. So you are always aware of being environmentally conscious.
Yes.
Which is a great thing.
Yes.
So I want to take a minute just to give a shout out to our title sponsor, who I know you work with closely, World Travel Inc.,
Yes.
who has wonderful, very, very experienced and highly trained travel advisors, and trained specifically in Celebrity Cruises as well. So if anyone's interested in booking a Celebrity Cruise, that's the number you call. That's right on the screen. It's our dedicated toll-free number for World Travel Inc. And I think we're going to take a little break right now, but we'll be right back because we're going to talk about celebrities' destinations and itineraries. Be right back.
Back to Travel Pro TV with your host, Connie Wallace, and today's guest. Travel Pro TV is proudly sponsored by World Travel Inc. and their preferred suppliers. Now, here's Connie.
Welcome back to Travel Pro TV, and our guest today is Celebrity Cruises, Mary Viraitis. Mary, let's tell our viewers all about Celebrity's different destinations and then about itineraries as well. So I know you have a lot of ships, you go a lot of places, so let's talk about that.
Yeah, we definitely are global, and we do hit all the continents. Some of the new exciting things, we have a complete total solar eclipse in Northern Europe for 2026, so that's exciting. And we include South America, the Arctic Circle. Really exciting is a 7-night intensive Iceland. I just returned from there last week, and Iceland is something else. So that is a really exciting destination. We have something interesting. It is called the Grand Voyage. I wanted to explain. It's 9 back-to-back sailings.
Whoa.
Totally different. 110 nights. I want to make sure I get this right. 280 destinations, visiting 70 countries. So that is something new on our list. And
that's the top of a bucket list.
So if you wanted to do one segment of it, you can. You don't have to do all 9. If you want to do the first 2 or 3.
Sure.
We're adding more overnights, so we're back overnighting in Egypt, which is exciting too. So I'm just pointing out some of the really exciting places that we're going.
Exotic places.
Yes, and of course we have the Caribbean.
And of course the Caribbean.
Yes, and our new ship, the Excel, will be doing the Caribbean. We leave Tampa now, and there's a lot of different places that we leave from as well.
What other ports do you depart
from?
Well,
Miami, Fort Lauderdale. We leave Bayonne, New Jersey, which is also Cape Liberty, which is a very important one. And then in Europe, there's various places that we do leave. And don't forget about Alaska, though.
Oh, Alaska,
yes.
right. Yes.
One of my favorites as well. Beautiful, beautiful.
Life-changing.
Yes, it is.
But let's go back for a second and talk about Iceland, because we were talking about this before the show.
Right.
I said my husband always wanted to go there, and it's still on his bucket list because we haven't gone yet. And I did say, but I don't like the cold. So I guess that is a misconception. So let's clear that up for our viewers, because you said it really wasn't even that cold, and you thought it might be like Alaska, but it wasn't.
It was not.
So let's
And
tell
you
them
know,
what it was
it's an
like.
island, right?
Yeah.
And there's just so many things we think in our head before we get there, but it will change very quickly. I will tell you the weather. But we do go in the July months, which it typically could be anywhere from 53 to 63 degrees. But it was fascinating to me. It's just the people are fascinating. They're very polite. They're just really laid back. I mean, there's 130 volcanoes there, right? But so there isn't a lot of trees, which I thought, again, was going to be like Alaska. So
Right.
it's very, looks like mountains almost. Someone there said it looks like Hawaii when they were there. So,
Really?
yeah, and the terrain could be very different in many different parts of it. And of course, the geothermal, it plays a lot of factors in that.
Yes.
To see that is wonderful. But the spring water comes right from underneath. I was talking to you about that. That
Yes.
was really, really wonderful. But there's so much to do there. And you are busy. It is a busy, busy itinerary. So we actually go all the way around for 7 nights. So I was
how many
fascinated
different
by it.
ports there do you stop in?
Let's see. We had 5 different ports in 7 nights.
That's very port intensive.
Yes.
That's a
It's only
lot.
2 sea days. I needed the relaxation after.
Yeah.
Yes.
You need those couple of
Yes.
sea days.
A
in
few of the
between.
highlights I did was hike with the Huskies. So people have
Oh,
28 husky dogs.
Love huskies.
So it was absolutely wonderful. That was one of them. I zip lined. Of course, you know, you
You're
see
brave.
the puffin birds are native
I
to
love
there,
puffins.
and they're only there till the first week of August. So they were fascinating too. It's a very fascinating, magical place that I highly recommend. I have to go back.
It sounds like
Yes,
it.
I loved it.
So what's your next trip? Because I know that was on your list. You were anxious to go there.
Gosh, you know, I did Alaska.
What do you want to do next?
I love Europe. I find Europe, every country is very different. So I really want to get to some parts of Europe.
And speaking of Europe, I understand that Celebrity is getting into river cruising.
We are. That is
I
one of
heard
our
that
little
rumor.
secrets. Yes, so we have 10 new ships we're building.
Wow.
180 passengers each. I can't tell you everything because we haven't disclosed all the information. We will have 180 passengers. 2 ships will start in 2027. So we're actively building them. They will be open for booking, I believe, in the first 2 weeks of September. But more to come on that. We haven't.
This September?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's soon.
Yes. But we'll be doing, you know, the Rhine River and the Christmas markets and a lot of the major river cruising. But we're going to take our Edge class to river cruising, and we're really going to beef up the entertainment. And I think it's going to really be a nice addition to all the river cruising.
So that sounds a little different from the more traditional river cruising that I've experienced or that I know about. Is that what it is? It's more contemporary?
I believe so. You know,
Yeah.
the average age is really getting younger. We're finding people do want to travel, and they want to travel to these unique places where they can have a really immersive experience. So, you know, the age could start at 35 years old, opposed to it was always like an older,
Right.
mature
Traditionally,
crowd.
it was a more
Yes.
mature crowd
But it
for
is
river
changing.
cruising.
Yes.
But more and more people have done so many ocean cruises and really want to have that European experience.
Yes, and we
on
know
river
that
cruises as
50% of our loyal celebrity guests, they river already, so they've been crying out that we need to get into the river market. So we're very excited.
That's a big endeavor.
It is. It
So-
really is.
Are there certain kinds of curated excursions that you do for your guests on board who want to explore beyond the ship?
So I feel that excursions are very personal, right? Because everybody has a different agenda in their mind. So we have excursions called private journeys, which we have these 5 experts that have worked on the ship, have traveled the world. So we can actually go to them and they will actually put together a tailored excursions for you called private journeys. I mean, imagine going to Tuscan in a hot air balloon and having lunch, having a Ferrari waiting
That
at
is really unique.
the pier for you, right? So these are a little higher end people that really want to go for it. And then we also have a smaller group type of destination experience as well. Let's say you're a golfer, Connie. I don't know whether you're a golfer, but
My
you want to
husband
go to
is.
Bermuda, right? And you want to get someone to set up your golf times. You can do that as well. So
they
they
will
are
do that for you.
personalized. Absolutely. So they're not
good to
run of
know.
the mill. And the smaller destinations could be anywhere up to 16 people. And I know myself, we traveled in a nice van with, less than 15 people, and it's a nice experience. So we're finding that's what people are really after these days. They want it personal. Maybe it's a walking food tour in town. Like these food tours, right? We're foodies at Celebrity, I have to tell you. So these walking food tours are amazing. So you'll get a chef from the ship that actually takes you on, explains the food, how it's prepared. So we're getting a lot of that as well. So that could
Good
be
to
something
know.
personalized.
Now, speaking of food, let's talk a little bit about the dining experiences on
Okay.
board. So I know that, of course, there's the main dining room, but there's specialty dining as well. So tell our viewers about that.
The dining has taken some twists and turns, I found lately. With the introduction of our Edge class, we actually have 4 small main dining rooms opposed to 1 big dining room. So what that did is they made it more intimate. The menus are all interchangeable. So if you wanted to they all have a different, one is Italian, one is Greek, so you can order from that menu or get it from somewhere else. But we're getting a little looser with our set time. We call it select dining. So you can eat between 6 and 9, opposed to seating.
That's so much better than
It
needing
is.
to be there at 5:30 or
Who eats the same time
too
every
late.
day? I
No,
don't.
we
Do
don't.
you?
We don't.
Exactly.
We're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back with Celebrity Cruises. This is Travel Pro TV.
Back to Travel Pro TV with your host, Connie Wallace, and today's guest. Travel Pro TV is proudly sponsored by World Travel Inc. and their preferred suppliers. Now, here's Connie.
Welcome back to Travel Pro TV. My guest today is Mary Veritis with Celebrity Cruises, and we're learning all about Celebrity. We were talking about the onboard experience, but I know there's something that we really want to fit in here because it's so exciting, and we don't have a whole lot of time left. So, Mary, tell our viewers about this special retreat suite guest experience. I need to know about it myself.
Okay, so the retreat guest is special to us. So they have their own area on our ship. So they have their own lounge with their own concierge. They have their own pool area, which has, every service is right just for the retreat. You have to be in a suite to actually enjoy this. So it's really, really important. And more importantly, they have their own dining room. So it's Danielle Balud, our chef. The menu is created just for this dining room. And I've never eaten it, but I heard it's wonderful. So very different, very, very important part of Celebrity is our retreat.
So it's sort of like a ship within a ship, isn't it?
It is. Yep.
Wow, it's like a private yacht experience within a ship.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. And what are the other kinds of accommodations for guests? I know that you have other suites, just in kind of in general.
We are 81% verandas, so we're all
good,
about the verandas.
good.
We have a lot of verandas. We do have the ocean view and the inside, which is a lower percentage, but we have a lot of verandas on our ships.
And that's what's important because
Most
that's
popular.
what most people want.
Yes.
That, at least.
Room with a
Right.
view.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And as far as entertainment and enrichment programs and wellness activities, I know that you have a lot.
We
Just
are
touch on
locked
those
and
a little.
loaded. Just being on the ship, there's just so many trivia, game shows, beyond the podium, or speakers of the destination you're going to, which are really, really wonderful. Health and wellness. You can get an IV hydration on our ships now. I mean,
Oh, you can?
It is so crazy.
I have a friend who does that all the time. I haven't done that, but I hear it's
it's
people love
wonderful.
it.
We have art classes. We have self-guided meditation if you're in the wellness sector of things. Not to mention the shows, surprise and delight shows, right? Dance classes. You have the theater shows, but you have people playing wonderful instruments throughout if it's not a string quartet or, a jazz player or an acoustical guitar. So we have pretty much something for everyone on our entertainment sector. I
Something
wanna
for
say.
everyone
Yes,
to do,
absolutely.
or for those who just want to do nothing.
You could chill out.
You could
Yeah.
just do that with a book by
That's
the pool.
good too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's just talk a little bit about the health and safety and guest care because I know that people are always conscious of that, especially since COVID. So, what safety measures and protocols does Celebrity have in place
So, of course, we have that questionnaire that they will get 24 hours before that we ask them to be honestly. We also sanitize one area of all of our ships every 8 minutes. I don't know whether you knew that.
Wow,
so
that's a lot.
We're very, very careful with that. We have hand washing stations now, which are wonderful throughout the ship. So
Great.
we do take
We're actually
measures
running
for
out
that.
of time, believe it or not.
Okay.
So let's talk just a little bit about first-time cruisers, something to tell them, advice.
So we bought back our 3, 4, and 5 night cruises. So if you've never cruised before, I offer you, come down to Florida, take a little cruise. It's not that big of a commitment. See if you like it. That's something I always say. And don't be afraid to book a veranda.
Please
we
do.
need
Please
to
do.
value these
It adds
commercials,
so
not
much
that much
more to your experience.
Exactly.
All right,
exactly.
so special offers for guests booking through World Travel Inc. You do have some specials for them.
We do. So right now, we have a special that's 75% off the second guest in every cabin. And third, fourth, and fifth will go free. That is till September 22nd of 2025.
Great to know.
Actually, for World Travel, you will get $100 to spend on board any way you'd like. Any way you like. Again, $100 if you book by September 30th
So $100
through World Travel.
onboard credit for anyone who books through World Travel
Right.
Inc. The toll-free dedicated numbers on our screen.
Yes.
And this has been wonderful.
Thank
I
you so
wanted to
much.
make sure that we mentioned World Travel Inc. again, and we
Yes.
just did. So thanks to them. And I have a very big announcement because for the last few weeks we have been holding a contest to give away 2 airline tickets on Aer Lingus from Boston to Ireland. And we just pulled the winner's name, and she is Julia May from Brookline, Massachusetts. So congratulations, Julia. You just won a $5,000 prize, and you and a friend are going to Ireland. Thanks for joining us. I'm Connie Wallace. This is Travel Pro TV, and our wonderful guest was Mary Veritis from Celebrity Cruises. Thank you.